Welcome back to Wise Kracks. I'm in a way cooler place than Krackomberger is this week. Bill, where are you? Looks like you're in a
I
hotel.
I am in a hotel. Yeah, I'm in a hotel in San Diego area. So, yeah,
Oh,
came down here for a couple nights,
oh
and
yeah.
I'm not going to Del
I
Mar.
was
I'll relax.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
go ahead
I
and
don't have no.
let me see a photo of you at the racetrack, and there's gonna be
I,
hell to
I,
pay.
I guess I could have went. I'm about 45 minutes from there, or something. 42 minutes from Del
Oh, are
Mar,
you at
but.
like Harrah's Ring Con or something?
Yeah, have you ever been up there? Yeah, a
I
lot of the
have.
casinos up there. That's a great time for to do some rounding. For anyone that knows, um, blackjack, they have some really good double deck blackjack games at all of these casinos over here. The you like you said that well that I'm not real fond of the Harrah's rule on double deck. I'm not familiar with the Rincon one, but I know in Vegas they don't let you if you split you can't double, so I don't like that. But
That is
uh,
so crazy. I hate that
no,
rule.
it's they only let you do it on shoes at the Caesars properties. But however, there are some great games over here. You go towards Temecula, Pala, and Pachanga, and there's about three or four really good casinos. There's an Indian
I've got
casino.
breaking news
It's a
about the
longer
Utah
name.
hockey.
Can't think of the name of it. But there's another one. Boy, I tell you, it's called wonging it when you just walking around and you have you could pop in and pop out of tables. And it's just it's a good thing. That's not why I'm here, by the way. I was here to meet someone for a meeting, actually, after our show today. But however, I do like it up here. I was driving here last night, and I was suddenly seeing the temperature drop. We were about 100 and not. We weren't that bad yesterday. We were like 106 in Vegas, 105, but
Yeah.
I dropped 45 degrees over here. It was 60
Wow.
degrees, 59 at one time, 60 degrees last night. It was just funny to see it dropping 5 to 10 degrees at a time. But I really like it out here. I really do, and it's good to come out here anyway before football season starts. And John, I was thinking about a lot of things. I like driving alone, by the way. I like driving alone on long drives,
Me
even with
too.
my radio. I'm not a radio guy, just collectively thinking where I'm at in life and what's going on, and you start thinking of other the past and stuff. And I always thought like how my mom and dad would have loved to been on some of these trips with me, but I did get them on some trips. So I did take them, like I said, to Graceland and Vegas all the time. And but it's one of the things I wanted to do with my mom. I wanted to bring her out here. Just because it's like amazing when you're just driving. You take that drive. There's a drive that's from Pachanga, like Pachanga Parkway, I think it's called, to Pala. And when you make that drive, especially at nighttime or in the daytime too, either one, it's like, wow, can there really be a casino on this road? There's no
Yeah.
these big curved and round roads, and winding roads. I mean, and like, there's no way there's a casino on. You're expecting to see like family of bears or coyotes or something, and then bang, they have a casino built into a mountain. It's unbelievable
It is
up there.
crazy.
Like even by the Harrah's there, they have
Yeah. You're in the
Valley
middle of
View. They have a
nowhere. You feel like
You're in
you're in
the
the middle of
middle,
nowhere.
and how can they get all these people there? And there's so
Yeah.
many Viejas, and there's so many. Sycuan was the name of the other casino. There's so
Yeah.
many casinos here, and they're so packed. Verona, oh my
All of
God,
them
Verona,
crushing
I
it.
love Verona. It's one of my favorite casinos in the world. Customer service wise, it's just a great space, a great place. And again, card counting sounds like such a hard thing to do. I always tell people you can learn 90% of what I know in 4 hours on the computer. I mean, it's not rocket science. It really isn't. It sounds like it might be, but it's really simple, basic math and basic just equaling out, canceling out cards. You see a king and a three, you don't even look at it. It's zero anyway. One's plus one, one's minus one. But and you don't want to stay in. My biggest mistake with card counting was I always stayed too long. You don't want to stay too long. You want to get in and get out, get in and get out, and you want to spread like you can get away with some spreads here. You can get away with like 10-1 spreads just for a hand or two. Make it look like you're just having a good streak or something. But you want to get
Now,
in and out in 40 minutes, 30
that's what I was
minutes.
going to ask you is when you say in and out, what is that
Yeah.
range? It's
30
like 40
minutes
minutes.
max. Yeah. 40 is even pushing it. And you want to get in and out.
Or
Um,
is it 30 minutes or a certain dollar amount or just 30
no,
minutes?
If it's a certain dollar amount, then you shouldn't be doing it. Yeah,
Oh,
you have
why?
to. Well, because you have to have a good, adequate bankroll, and it shouldn't be. Oh my God, if I only have this much to gamble with. No, no, you have to bring a good amount of money, and you
No, I
spread
mean
like
certain amount that you
25 to.
win,
Win. Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
a goal. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm not winning those type of numbers. Just like a bookmaker. Same thing with a bookmaker. You don't want to win giant amounts of money. So you just want to get in there. You want to slice. You don't want to gut them. You know.
Right.
So yeah, no. It's not really like that. It's you want to just grind out a little bit of money. I'd rather win, even with bookmakers playing for $500 a game. I'd rather win 2,800, 2,200, 1,900, 3,000, rather than go in there and win 8,800, 10,000 in a week. It sticks out like a sore thumb. And speaking of that, John, football season is basically here. We got our first preseason game coming up tomorrow. I want to just say this, like that sticks out like a sore thumb too. So now let's say you bet preseason. Let me just pull up my odds screen right now. I'm pretty sure it's only tomorrow's game that's up right now. But you don't want to bet something that sticks out all week. Like Houston's playing Chicago, so Chicago was -1.5, and there was a sharp syndicate that took the 1.5 on Houston, and now it's -1.5. So a couple days ahead of time, it sits in your account, and the bookmakers, the people in risk, have that much more of a chance. They'll say, "Hey, this guy took 1.5 points. Down the line's -1.5, and you'll wake the dead." So what I'm saying is betting like the day of the game, day before the game, but college football day of the game. But it's such a tough time, And when you have that type of a movement, John, 3 points in the NFL, even though it's true zero, which is basically worthless. Preseason, the one is a very important number. The two also is, but the one's an important number because these teams do not go for 2 points at the end of the game. In other words, if the game is 14-7, 7-10, 3 minutes left in the game, the coach is driving down. He's not kicking the extra point to go to overtime. He wants to get his guys off the field. The game means nothing, so they're going to go for two. Therefore, that 1 and the 2 is the key numbers in NFL. Maybe even more key than the 3 during the season. So, but what I'm saying is, they see that it sticks out like a sore thumb. I was seeing if the preseason lines are not up yet for next week. But tomorrow night, like I said, is the first game here, and it's really tough, even with, I'll say, double digit, and that's pushing it. Double digit house edge, and trust me, I have that kind of an edge during preseason football. You're looking for a 2-3% edge during the season on bets. I'm going to say when something moves 3 or 4 points in preseason football, these are low totals to begin with. So if points are at a premium, I'm going to say you have 10% edge on these type of plays, but they stand out. It's easier to get thrown out of a sports book, and that's you have to tiptoe around stuff. You have to think to yourself, is this worth it? Is it worth this $500 or $1,000 betting with this bookmaker? Them looking at it and maybe reducing my limits on an app or a website. It's really a little bit tedious. Now, it's funny. I love when people say to me, "Wow, you're a degenerate gambler. You're betting preseason football. You're sick." People just don't know. I wish we had preseason for 10 weeks and regular season for 7 weeks. There's such an edge. There's such, like I said, points at a premium. But, I know you have to ignore most people that just don't know what they're talking about, but think they do. And that's pretty scary. I'm not trying to say, by the way, I'm not trying to say I'm the best. There's definitely guys better than me out there betting sports. I don't know about preseason football, but betting sports in general. Maybe they push smaller edges and stuff. I don't really do that, but I understand why people do it if you have an adequate bankroll. But speaking of which, I just said about people out there, it's reckless of a lot of different people in betting media. It's so reckless, and it's also irresponsible of so many people that are in sports betting media that are giving out picks and plays, and it's social media in general. it really is. It's irresponsible is the best word. But people are so sick they actually think they win too. So, and I'm not trying to say there aren't winners out there. Like I said, there are, but I just think it's
Right.
irresponsible of a lot of these networks. I'm using the big networks too. The biggest networks you could think of on TV and everything, ESPN, anything. I'm not just going to pick on them. There's other ones too that have supposedly, sports betting professionals and giving out plays. A lot of them don't even bet their own money. A lot of them don't bet at all. So,
Yeah.
what about you, Jon Orlando? What are you doing? Like, what do you do over there at Durango? What do you do over there? Just hang out, or
Nothing.
you're
I
by the
came
sports
just
book?
no, I just came in to do this rather than the living room
Wake
because
then wake up your girl.
exactly.
Oh, oh, I
Yep.
appreciate that. I appreciate you
Hey, I
doing that.
saw your buddy won 1.2 million off a
Oh,
slot machine.
good. How'd you know it's my? Oh, yeah, I tweeted it. So
You tweeted
Alan
it, yeah.
Alan Kessler, I have known for about 30 years. I knew him back in Atlantic City in the early 90s. And Alan and I go back years. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, but no, because he plays poker now for a living. He doesn't really play a lot of
Right.
machines. I guess he'll go and play machines once in a while also. Still, he knows more about advantage machines. He was telling me about this stuff, you know, at least 25 years ago. And
Really?
about certain edges, they had these blackjack machines and these boom. They were called boom, BOOM, the boom machines, the original piggy banking machines. These were all advantage slots, so they could be at an advantage at a certain situation. Alan was always playing them and taking advantage of all different situations. Very sharp guy. So during a poker tournament or something, I know he had a bad World Series, by the way. I found out after. So
Yeah.
he was playing a machine that there was a mathematical edge at a certain time. If it went to a certain level, the bonuses you play, and that one of the five, I think it was four or five, one, two, three, four. I think it's four different colors that also have a bonus on it, number associated with that color, and one of them reached the number where it was playable to try to get that bonus. So Allen was only trying to win that bonus of
Right.
whatever it may have been. I know even my buddy Randy, there's another guy that I know in Colorado, T-Bone. Randy has sent me some pictures sometimes on his phone. He was just trying to win $110 playing, $3 a spin, trying to hit the $100 bonus or the $200 bonus, and he hit for 10,000. Like literally,
Wow.
in 1 week he hit for over 10,000 twice, just going for the smaller bonuses. But that you put that into the picture too. When you're looking at these machines, you put the combination of everything in the picture. Usually not the $1 million because that's so
Yeah.
far reachable. But Alan got lucky. He hit the $1.2 million, and I'm surprised he put it on socials though. I was pretty
But you know
surprised he
what?
put it out there.
It was great that he did because the tweet that he put up. So you probably didn't get the joke, but Daniel Negreanu does a vlog on YouTube every day during the World Series. Every day he puts out a video, and
All right.
whenever he sees Alan on the poker floor, over there at WSOP, he literally walks up to Alan and he says, "Alan, what's bothering you today?" It's like been a running. It's been a running gag for like 3 years. So Alan posts the photo of the jackpot, and he tags Daniel and he says, "Nothing's bothering me today, Daniel."
Wow.
And he posts the photo of the 1.2 million. It was awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Good for him. I like Alan. I know he complains a lot. It's more funny than anything, though.
Of course. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Puts the tickets up about how much things cost and stuff. Oh my God.
So yesterday he posted his options were $60,000 a year for 20 years for a payout, or 800,000 one lump sum.
Oh, get the lump sum. We're not kids anymore.
He took. Yeah,
20 years. Alan's probably about my age. So, yeah.
But
so,
no matter what, you should take the
we're,
lump sum, don't you think? No matter, even if you're 25.
I don't know. It matters the numbers. You have to bring it to an accountant. But I would mathematically, I would think the 800,000 sounds like you can make more off the 800 grand than you can getting 60,000 a year.
Can you transfer that? Like if you were to die, does it? If you took the pay, 60
I'm
grand
sure.
a year.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can put that in a will or something.
I can't even imagine the rush of adrenaline for hitting $1.2
Believe it or
million.
not, I don't think you wouldn't believe he's more of a professional than screaming and yelling and being happy. Yeah, I don't think there would be that adrenaline rush, to be honest with you, like you're thinking for a professional like Alan. You or I would be a little bit happier.
Going bananas. Yeah, I'm going bananas.
Yeah, I'm not going bananas.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Did I send you the blackjack hand? Did I send you a blackjack hand last night that I saw on Instagram? This guy split sevens like four times. 10 grand.
I may have seen it. I seen that a couple weeks ago. Down. Yeah.
Why did it cap you at only splitting 4 times?
I don't know. It's such a mathematical edge for the player to be splitting anyway, that they allow you to split and get more money up when a dealer has a bad break card up. And so that's probably the reason why. The dealer actually pulled 21, correct?
Pulled 21. So disgusting. That poor guy lost like 50 or 60K or whatever it was. Man.
Yeah. I did see that.
Like that was John, and it was a dream scenario, like just.
John, do you ever go away to a property that's a non-casino? You ever stay like in a hotel, or better yet, a motel, like maybe a Jersey Shore summer motel, or even a California summer motel? We're so used to casino rooms. I'm so used to the casino, beautiful hotel room, and then you stay in one of these places, and you're like, wow, are we spoiled?
What a difference.
Because
so spoiled.
I'm so conditioned to a casino room, and I stay in nice rooms, and not that everyone stays in a nice room. If you're staying in a hotel property on the Strip, I don't care if it's like the Luxor or something, you're still staying in a nice room compared to a motel or something. So we're so spoiled. And by the way, I'm actually in a nice place. I'm not saying that, but I did stay in a motel recently. And I was like, oh my God, even the ones you see on TV, like the Red Roof Inn or so, oh God, some of them are just a disaster. But so anyway, like I told you about, it's the time of the year to tiptoe around. But let me just tell you something about professional gamblers too. Some of these guys that have big money. And I say tiptoe around betting wise, because it's there's not a lot of things going on right now. So you're betting preseason football, you can get yourself in a jackpot by being thrown out of a sports book. So one of these guys that I'm around, he says to me, hey, Billy, this is one of the mathematical guys. And he says, you can make a quick $5,000. He says, if you want, you could put 500,000 into this bank and they'll give you 5,000 for 30 days. I was like, 500,000? What planet do you live on that people just have 500,000 laying around? But there is I just started, I looked at him, I said, are you out of your mind? 500,000, like especially this time of the year with all different opportunities. By the way, so that's that 1%, right? 500,000. Yeah, it's 1%.
Yeah.
It's 1%. The ROI on futures that I have are much, much greater than 1% anyway. Even, but you just kind of laugh when people have that much money, John, in this advantage game business. It's hard to believe that, you could make you put 500,000 for 30 days. I just started laughing. I just said, people would never believe that people talk this way that are,
right.
But so John, listen, I'm over at one of the best casinos in town before I left town. And this guy comes next to me and he's like, yo, New York. I didn't say one word. How do you know I'm from, back east? The hat, maybe the black, dressed in black. He sits next to me. He says, yo, New York. He takes out his phone and he's flipping all these different girls on his phone. He goes, I got the goods here. And plus you got the private stock here, baby. He's telling me. He's showing me the phone with all these girls on it. I just didn't know we had pimps in casinos still. I really didn't. I didn't know. I did not know. I did not know that was I did not know that. Listen, I am so gone when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had no idea that there was pimps.
They're at nice hotels too, like Aria.
Listen, I was at the nicest hotel in town. I could not believe all the fleas in this whole. I must have just caught a bad run. I was by a door.
Wait.
Not that I caught a bad run.
Wait. What did you call them? Fleas?
Yeah, I cannot. No, people coming by me now. Now I'm playing outside high limit. They have a 100 play machine, so I'm playing pretty high. So I had a good voucher in the machine, and so they just see the balance, I guess. And I just had they're fleas. They're coming by you trying to hop on your back,
Yeah.
And I had like 2 different people throughout the day. I was there for like a 4-hour session.
Really?
And then this guy came over with the girls on his phone, and I said, I really didn't know. I seen old specials on Vegas with pimps and girls saying they had a pimp. I shouldn't say that. I did see girls on that track in Vegas they call on Tropicana. It's like between the Orleans and those budget motel types there.
Yep.
It's insane. I did not know that happened. I don't want to sound like a square. I just didn't know that still went on in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I mean,
it still goes on.
The prostitutes are dressed jeans and sneakers now. They're not, with red
because they get thrown out. They get thrown out too quick, so they try to be under the radar. They look casual.
But John, I didn't know that. I just didn't know there was pimps involved. Still, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You kind of knew they had pimps.
I see them. Yeah, I see them. Wow. I see them in Aria all the time.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're dealing with pimps every day. All right. So hey, you know what bothers me, John? These casino hosts that tell you, I check out of a hotel. The people at home that are watching us, they understand this. They'll check out and they want you to charge things to your room. If you go ask for a comp, they say, "Are you staying with us?" Of course, they don't want to make a decision. They're scared to death. They don't want to make a decision. Right. They'd rather push it off on the last person you speak to when you check out. Just charge everything to your room and have a host look at it when you leave. So I love these places that say, "Oh yeah, I picked up everything for you," but they took your points. So therefore, a little edge for people at home. Make sure you use your points before checkout. Go to the gift shop. If you use your points there, use all your points in the gift shop. Take stuff home with you and have 0 points. Then have the hostess look at it and write what's called an exception comp. It's It's like an overdraft for your account. They go based on what you've done and look at those past couple of days, and they'll look at your bill. Because I've had hosts tell me, "Oh yeah, I took care of everything. Well, I had $390 on my card. Now the points are gone." So I swear, I said it right to the guy's face. I said, "Wait a minute, you took my points. You did nothing for me. I did it with the points I earned. I did it. All you did is do what a front desk clerk can do: push a button to take the points and apply them towards my credit portfolio, and this way I don't have a credit card bill." But so that's a good tip for people. Casinos aren't going to like me for saying that. You use your points.
You know what hotel's good about not doing that?
Where?
Stations, casinos. They won't. They don't do it like that.
I like that. I like Stations casinos. They have great. Look at the place you're in, Durango, Red Rock. I love Station casinos. I just don't like that they say that we love our winners, and if you win, they won't. They don't like giving comps, tossed. and they like throwing you out of the sports book if you're a winning player long term.
I'm allowed to bet here. I'm allowed to bet.
No kidding. Yeah. No. And most people are, and they offer lots of options, and I know they do take a bet, but if you're a consistent winner, they're not gonna like you. Most casinos won't though.
Yeah.
So that also,
Bill,
go ahead.
I was just gonna rotate so you could see those ponies running around the track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that must be New York or something. I don't know if Saratoga's even running.
That's Delaware Park.
Oh, Delaware. There's another bucket of blood. Yeah. They walked me to the door at Delaware Park.
Really?
I was betting parlay cards about 5-6 years, more than that, probably about 6-7 years ago, and they had parlay cards only, and I was betting parlay cards, and security walked me to the door and told me I wasn't allowed to play the cards no more. So it was Sunday. It was on a Sunday, and real simply, I was using combinations of 3, which was probably the best mathematically, and all I was doing was taking the lines. Just real simple. Everyone could do this. So let's say the game was -3. The cards printed on Wednesday. By Sunday, if the game around the key numbers let's say that the Patriots were playing the Jets, and it's when the Patriots were good. So the Patriots were a 4-point favorite, and now the Jets got some action. The line's down to 2.5. It's still 4 on the parlay card. I would take the 4 and parlay that with 2 other situations that were similar. And basically what they were doing over there was booking one-way bets. If you had a gaming commission I was able to sit down with that knew what they were doing, they would say it's illegal, actually. You can't book one-way bets. Like, you can go any Sunday of the season and go like to a Boyd property in Las Vegas, like the Orleans, and you could do the same thing with their parlay cards. You could bet the sides that have moved. They will not take that bet. However, they'll take the other way. If you want to lay the 4 when the line's currently 2.5, you could do that. And good luck calling gaming or someone like that. Gaming is always going to be on their side. And here's what they say. It's private property. They can do what they want. Really not fair. They can actually cheat the guest. And not just picking on them. There's multiple casinos that have parlay cards and will only book one-way bets. And that's what Delaware walked me to the door. And I am an undesirable at Delaware.
Where is Belterra Park?
I don't know. Yeah,
no
Belterra.
clue?
I can Google it. No, I don't know. Belterra. I know that I don't your tracks, which are in east both coasts. Belterra. Let's see. I want to guess it's Midwest or something.
With 2
there
R's.
It is. All right.
Let's that?
See. We're gonna look right now. Belterra is mid. It looks like it's somewhere out by Chicago, somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. But and then they have of course you're saying they have a racetrack, right?
Yeah. Race
Florence,
1's about
Indiana.
to go off.
Florence,
Really?
Indiana. I do. Yeah. Good site that I'm using up here and is VP Free 2. So as in video poker, FREE2.com. And I don't know who owns this site, or I don't think anyone really. I don't think it's a money making site. They don't make any money, but they show you all the casinos all across the country, but really over here too, where I'm at. It'll show you the casinos where. I'm sorry, it'll show you every casino, but it'll show you where the good video poker games are. So if you look here, I don't know if you guys could see that, but it'll show you where the games are, the locations of the games throughout the casino, and the payback, and how many of the machines there are. I really like that site. That in combination with what's Michael Shackelford's site? There's a site I use. wizardofodds.com. So I'll use both of them in combination. They just show you just to try to lower your house edge, try to give you a little more of an advantage, or even you can lose less. I don't really want to call it an advantage because these games are negative EV unless you have some kind of bonus and you're getting a deal from a casino. And I don't know what else, John. Anything else going on? That's really it.
That's all I got. I mean, we're at the halfway point for baseball. The trade deadline is come and gone.
How'd your futures do? Kansas City and Cincinnati. Cincinnati's doing bad. Cincinnati's
doing bad. Kansas City's maybe 5 games off the wild card, but I'll tell you, here's a fun Kansas City fact. After first 100 games of the season, Kansas City had 55 wins. Through the first 100 games of this season, Kansas City had 55 wins. Last 2 times they did that, they won the World Series. Just saying, Bill. I'm just saying.
You know what? I always talk about tipping, and I know I'm overboard talking. I always like to talk about tipping. I wonder, I'm going to ask Alan. I'll have an answer for us. I wonder what Alan gave the slot attendants there on that one.
Oh, that's a fun one. You have to get to the bottom of that. I need to know. What would you give?
There's a number. Usually mine involves probably the people I like outside the casino. I mean, I'll give them all a little something like that, as in tipping when you get paid. But if I like certain slot attendants, or let's say you go to let's say you hit that at a bar. There's a bar in back here. Let's say you hit that at that bar. You like that bartender, and they have to split tips, and you like one of the other ones, or maybe one is grouchy. You don't want to. I visit them outside. Maybe give them gift cards. You can buy thousands of dollars in gift cards to Walmart or something like that. This way they get to keep it outside the casino. They can't be threatened on their job. Oh, you took tips outside. Right. But let me tell you something, John. Everyone takes tips outside. Everyone.
Yeah.
So,
So in that case, though, like with Alan, 800,000 one lump sum. Are you tipping $1,000 to the slot attendant? Are you tipping $10,000 in slot attendant?
Yeah.
Oh, it is 10K.
They say 1 to 2%. So if you got 800,000 lump sum, take off the taxes, which is so they're trying to that. Believe it or not, the 1.2 million, 800,000 they're giving you as a lump sum. There's still going to be tax implications depending on where you live. Matter of fact, I was talking to someone yesterday. I can't believe, like, if I go down to Mississippi or the Orleans or Louisiana, if I hit a $1,250 jackpot, $1,200 jackpot, they take like 6%, and you can't even get it back. Like they don't ask you to like take taxes out. They take it.
They just take it.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible the way they do things. So certain states, you have to know their tax laws. And I like to know what Alan gave. I would give something to the bulk of them, and then I would probably tip outside to the ones I liked even more. That is all sorts of things too, especially at a table game where that someone won 2.2 million. I was talking about it on a different show last week. They won 2.2 million on a $5 bet. What do you tip? I tweeted it out. I got a lot of views. I got like 200,000 views. I got. What do you tip? It's a lot of people don't know. The guys on the show were saying, some people just don't know to tip. I don't know.
Right.
I don't. I think you're in Las Vegas. You're in a gambling town. It's a tipping town. You see other people tip all the time. I think you do know. You're just playing a little Nicky the Dunce, like you don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and like you just in that case, $1 million. I mean, that's life changing for almost anyone.
Yeah.
And so why not tip a life changing tip?
As long as they get it personally, because it's not life changing if they have to pull it.
I agree.
So
sure,
if the guy that won the 2.2 million over at the Venetian, if he tips 2%, let's just say call it 40 grand. Well, the dealer that you actually gave that money to is probably getting about $25. So.
Oh my God! Don't even say that.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. They're getting about $25. So it's not really going to be life changing or even weekly changing for that person. But if you tip them outside the casino 10 grand, that could really help them out and give them a boost. But all right. Well, next week I'll be back in town and look forward to it. Thanks for going over to Durango for us. And guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like if you like it. And there's John from Vegas. We'll talk to you later.